would you grade your performance tonight?
It was cool. I was just happy to be back out there, man. It was, playing and getting up and down the court and putting the uniform back on.
Dame, CJ, Portland, you guys got some ground to make up. What can you guys be together?
We believe that we could be good once it get going. And the good thing about this is 11, 12 games into the season, so we still have time to grow with one another. We still have time to figure it out. I'm not coming in, after All-Star break and 20 games left. We still have time to grow with each other, grow one another, and figure it out. And I'm sure we'll figure it out.
I like that. He asked him his grade, and he said, I was cool. So cool is a grade. Cool is a good grade. All right, small sample size, 24 minutes with Anthony on the court. Portland outscored by 20. 24 minutes with him on the bench. Portland outscores the Pellies by 9. Blazers offensive, defensive, and net efficiency with Carmelo Anthony on the floor would all be the worst in the NBA. Remember, this is his first game back in over a year. All right, Tim Legler. Videotape tells the truth. What did Anthony show you or not show you?
Well, the one thing we know he's going to be able to do is score. The guy can score in his sleep. The over-under was 9.5 points on his return. Would he clear that? I took the over all night long. He ended up getting 10. He can put the ball in the basket. That's the biggest thing. And we saw him do some of that tonight. The other thing we saw was, he doesn't have the lift and the legs. That's going to take some time to get there, get himself into game shape. This, he can do it. He can absolutely make and take open three-point shots. And to me, this is vintage Melo. This is how he scores more often than not. It's going to be off the dribble, short, mid-range, pull-up jump shots. Gives them some size at that forward position to score. And this is what I was talking about with the lift. It's a great pick and dive, but he doesn't really get above the rim on that finish. And he had several plays in this game where he's going right at guys at the rim trying to attack and just really could not get a call. There was a lot of contact on some of his aggressive plays, not only on that dive play, but also in the post. Had a couple of these situations where it looks like he's going to back somebody down and get something good, and he doesn't get anything. I think as he starts to get his game legs under him, he's going to realize that he's at the point in his career where a lot of these at the rim need to be jump stops, gather yourself, maybe an up fake, get contact, and make sure you get to the line. He didn't get any of those tonight, so his night really wasn't as bad statistically as it showed. I think he ultimately can be a guy that can really help a good team, and I think Portland can be that. We've seen the worst of the Blazers through the first month. They're going to get better from here, and I think Carmelo Anthony has a role on this team, probably off the bench as a four-man, 15 to 20 minutes a night. He's going to be able to get you double figures.
All right, Portland needs the help. Hey, we need the help. We got the Lakers Thunder across the street. Stick around there, all right? We're going to talk about that.
All right, let's check it out. Thunder in Los Angeles take on the Lakers. As Neil mentioned, Lakers started Tuesday tied with the Celtics for the best record in the NBA at 11-2. LA looking for a fifth straight win. Again, LeBron James with a steal. Anthony Davis. And James working the give and go, and it's gone. Lakers now up 5. James step in front of this pass from Dennis Schroeder. Davis gets the loose ball back to James. That'll be fun. Yeah. Lakers outscored the Thunder 18-0 on points off turnovers in the first quarter. Less than 50 seconds left of the half. Shot clock is turned off. Schroeder clanks that with time still remaining. And look at James playing beat the clock up top. Rajon Rondo gets it to him. Rondo, a team high 9 assists at the half. He had 10 for the game. Lakers up 10 at the break. Fourth quarter. Now, LeBron James, 85 career triple-doubles. Never had one against the Thunder. The only current NBA team, that he hasn't had a triple-double against. He finds Davis for the dunk, 34 for Davis, 9 assists for James at that point, and then James to Davis again, so he gets a triple-double. First player in NBA history to have a triple-double against 30 teams. But he wasn't done. Lakers up 8 late, sizing up a 3 and banging it. 25 points, 11 rebounds, and 10 assists for James. Just over a minute to go. Thunder kept on coming. Lakers up 2 there. Davis for 3, no good, but James taps it out to keep the possession alive. They get it to Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, who's lonely out there. And the Lakers hold on to win at 112-107 to get to 12-2 on the season. So the Lakers now with 2 separate 5-game win streaks this season. The rest of the NBA has combined for just 3. Lakers didn't put together 5 consecutive wins once last season, and they now have as many 5-game win streaks in the last month as they did in the previous 6 seasons combined. Let's bring Tim back in. Tim, a lot of good duos around the NBA, but I don't know if there's one better than Davis and James right now.
Well, Stan, when you look at the versatility that these guys have on both ends of the floor, they can beat you from anywhere offensively each. And then defensively, they can cover sideline to sideline pretty much any position. So you're not going to get as much as these two guys offer on the floor together in one package. But they're not winning a title without what they have done in terms of fulfilling their roster with other guys that are going to help them out a lot. You're talking about veterans that they have added that are going to make their life a lot easier. They're 2 stars. And take a look at this play. Dwight Howard sets the screen, dives, occupies 3 guys because of his dunking factor in the lane. And look at the vision of Rajon Rondo to find Kuzma coming from behind. And the length defensively, we're going to talk about this a lot all season. Dwight Howard, great job tracking the ball to the rim. And here's another one of those veterans that they added, a guy like Danny Green, who can really guard, but then he can run out in transition, and he has made a lot of big threes throughout the course of his career. So this is a very well-rounded roster. They've got veterans. They've got some young legs on this team as well. Their defense is elite because of how long they are and the versatility there. It's a complete team. We're going to be talking about them all year. There's no doubt they're on the short list of teams that can actually win it and not just be called a contender. They're one of the 2 or 3 teams that I think at the end have a chance to win the whole thing.
Yeah, I was at Staples Center Friday night for that game against the Kings. The fans are really, really excited, too. So the Lakers are back. Tim, we appreciate you giving us the breakdown.
You got it, Stan.
Coming up on Sports.